You've tried the right things, a slow stroll after dinner, a little yogurt, maybe a multivitamin, and still your legs feel hollow by afternoon. Steps on stairs turn cautious, and the jar lid that once gave way now argues back. The gap? Sarcopenia after 60 isn't just about protein. It's about how your nerves and fibers recover, how inflammation resolves, how blood reaches working muscle, and whether your meals deliver the plant compounds that tell the body, build here. Your stake is clear. Deeper sleep, sharper memory, steady energy, unshakable balance, and the independence to carry groceries without a second thought. One micro-habit you can start today. Add 1 palm-sized serving of fruit rich in polyphenol with your first protein meal. Then write one line that night. Did my legs feel steadier by evening? Those who match the right fruits to the right moments. Berries after walks, tart cherries before bed, citrus with iron-rich foods. Often notice small wins that stack. Fewer aches, quicker recovery, a firmer squeeze in the handshake. Those who don't may keep chasing more protein, while the spark plugs of muscle repair, antioxidants, potassium, vitamin C, and natural nitrates or citrulline never arrive. Science is plain about this much. Fruit won't replace strength training or adequate protein. Yet research on healthy aging points to specific fruits whose compounds reduce exercise-induced damage, improve blood flow, and support collagen and mitochondrial function. Think of this as a toolkit. Blueberries to calm micro-tears, tart cherries for overnight recovery, bananas for potassium and glycogen, citrus and kiwi for collagen-building vitamin C, prunes for strength and bone synergy, watermelon for L-citrulline and circulation. We'll turn them into a rhythm you can taste. Ellen, 71, in Milwaukee, kept hearing the same line, just lift more. She did, slowly, 3 mornings a week. But soreness clung to her like a damp coat. The house smelled of brewed coffee and laundry soap. She kept a foam roller by the couch, like a small pet. A neighbor suggested pairing her workouts with color. Blueberries in her post-walk yogurt, 2 tart cherry capsules, or a glass of tart cherry juice before bed, orange slices with her afternoon cottage cheese. The first week, her sleep deepened. The second, the aches softened. By the third, she noticed herself rising from the garden kneeling pad without thinking. What this means for a 50-plus listener: when targeted fruits ride alongside protein and light strength work, fatigue eases and the body says yes to rebuilding. First, pick one fruit from our 6 allies and pair it with your next protein snack. Next, keep water near you all day. Muscles repair in fluid, not in drought. Then, within 24 hours of any walk or light lift, eat your color on purpose. Finally, jot a 2-word note each night. Legs steady? That quiet log will tell you if the plan is working. Before we taste our first ally, a small question for the comments. Which time of day is easiest for you to remember a fruit plus protein pair? Breakfast, lunch, or evening? The Indigo Repair Crew, blueberries with your first protein. Quick do now. Add half to 1 cup of blueberries to breakfast with protein, Greek yogurt, eggs on toast, or a protein smoothie. You'll know you're on track if afternoon legs feel less wooden and sleep comes quicker after active days. Why this matters after 60. Sarcopenia isn't only lost fibers, it's slower repair. Blueberries carry anthocyanins, pigments that help put out the small fires of exercise and daily wear. They don't cancel training, they clear the path for it. Older muscle often has more oxidative stress, so the same berry that tastes like summer becomes a serious recovery partner. Story of a quiet turning point. Joe, 69, in Halifax, kept a tidy kitchen that smelled faintly of toast and dish soap. She loved her morning crossword and her afternoon walk along the waterfront. Cane tapping, gulls scolding. But stairs after supper burned her thighs. Her son, a physical therapist, asked her to try one change: blueberry yogurt with a spoon of oats and walnuts right after her walk. She ate, sat by the window, watched the light turn copper. On day 3, the pain softened. On day 10, she caught herself taking the taller step into the bus without planning it. The surprise made her laugh, hand over heart. What this means for a 50-plus listener: pairing blueberries with protein after effort speeds the shift from soreness to strength. First, keep washed berries at eye level in the fridge. You eat what you see. Next, pair them with a protein you already like: cottage cheese, tofu pudding, or kefir. Then add a pinch of oats or walnuts for staying power. Finally, drink a glass of water. Hydrated blood moves repair teams faster. Benefits you may feel: less day after stiffness, calmer knees, a small but real lift in mood. Ignoring recovery nutrition may be associated with lingering soreness that discourages the very movement that fights muscle loss. Small ask: if blueberries already live in your kitchen, how do you like them best? Bowl, smoothie, or yogurt? One word in the comments can spark a new habit for someone else. The Midnight Mechanic: tart cherries for overnight recovery. Action you can take tonight. Enjoy a small glass of unsweetened tart cherry juice with a protein-rich evening snack, or take a standardized tart cherry capsule if juice doesn't suit. You'll know it's helping when night aches quiet and morning steps feel less creaky. Why cherries matter more after 60. The body repairs in sleep. Tart cherries contain polyphenol and natural melatonin that can reduce muscle soreness and nudge the brain toward deeper rest. For older adults, better sleep isn't just comfort. It's a muscle-building tool. Fewer 2 a.m. wake-ups means more growth signals delivered on time. Large mini-story. Raymond, 72, in Phoenix, kept a portable fan on low all night. Its tiny hum like a distant road. His calves woke him anyway, dull throbs that stole his deepest rest. He did small things right. Gentle squats by the counter, chicken at lunch, a walk at dusk when heat finally backed off. But the nights took his progress. A friend from his pickleball group suggested tart cherry juice an hour before bed with a slice of cheese and whole grain toast. The first night he slept a little longer. He noticed the clock. The third, he didn't notice anything at all. And that was the miracle. He woke at sunrise, felt the sheet warm under his knees, and stretched both legs without bargaining with pain. His face in the bathroom mirror looked like himself from 5 years before. What this means for a 50-plus listener: tart cherries can soften soreness and steady sleep, turning nighttime into your strongest ally against sarcopenia. First, choose your form: juice, frozen tart cherries blended into cocoa and milk, or a capsule if sugars are a concern. Next time it right, about an hour before bed, with a little protein so blood sugar stays smooth. Then dim lights and put the phone away. Nutrition can't outrun bright screens. Finally, write one word on waking: rested. Track for 7 nights. Patterns reveal truth. A gentle reminder: fruit is fuel, not a cure. The real rebuild happens when color meets movement. So keep your light strength routine: countertop push-offs, sit-to-stands, gentle band rows, and let cherries do the quiet work. If you felt the day after burn fade with cherry juice, say yes below. If this is new, write trying. That tiny commitment may become your first early morning victory. The yellow fuel: bananas for strength and stability. Quick action: place a ripe banana near your morning coffee or tea, and eat it before your walk or light exercise. You'll know it's working when your steps feel steadier and fatigue sets in later. Why it matters after 60. Muscles don't just need protein, they need glycogen, stored energy that allows fibers to fire fully. Bananas deliver fast-access carbohydrates plus potassium and magnesium, the minerals that help prevent muscle cramps and steady the heartbeat. As aging kidneys and hormones shift, these electrolytes are often low, which means weaker contractions and slower recovery. Bananas quietly restore that balance without the sugar rush of processed snacks. A micro-story of rediscovered pace. Tom, 70, from Portland, loved his morning neighborhood circuit but kept losing pace after the first hill. His legs felt like anchors. He thought it was age, until a fitness trainer suggested one small change: half a banana before his walk, the other half right after with a spoon of peanut butter. Within a week, that hill no longer demanded a rest halfway. He described the feeling simply: my legs stopped arguing. What this means for a 50-plus listener: stable potassium levels and quick glycogen refill mean fewer cramps, better balance, and faster returns to strength after activity. Instruction block: banana timing routine. First, Eat half a banana about 30 minutes before physical activity or household tasks that use your legs. Even gardening or carrying groceries counts. Next, save the other half for after, paired with protein. Then, hydrate with water. Potassium works best with proper fluid balance. Finally, if you take blood pressure medication, mention the habit to your doctor, as potassium levels interact with certain prescriptions. Ignore this rhythm, and those faint calf twitches at night may become full cramps that disturb sleep, one of the surest thieves of recovery. Keep it steady, and each day feels more under your own control. Question for you. What small thing helps your legs recover faster? Stretching, a banana, or something else? Share your one-word answer in the comments. It might help someone else rediscover their rhythm. The Green Spark. Kiwi and citrus for collagen and nerve strength. A daily cue. Add 1 kiwi or half an orange to your breakfast plate. You'll know you're aligned when joint clicks soften and your grip feels stronger on everyday objects. Why it matters after 60. Vitamin C is the silent architect of collagen, the protein scaffolding that holds muscles and tendons together. Without enough, even good protein can't lock in. Kiwi stands out because it holds more vitamin C than oranges per ounce, plus actinitin, an enzyme that aids protein digestion. Citrus joins the team with natural flavonoids that keep capillaries elastic, crucial for blood flow into older muscle. A story of rediscovery in a quiet kitchen. Martha, 68, from Cleveland, missed her independence most of all. "I hate asking my granddaughter to open jars," she'd whisper. Her breakfast used to be coffee and toast, nothing more. A nutritionist suggested a morning pairing: scrambled eggs, sliced kiwi, and a sprinkle of crushed walnuts. Within 2 months, her skin looked brighter, her hands steadier. "It's small, but I can twist the peanut butter lid now," she laughed. Her strength didn't roar back overnight. It crept in quietly, through color on her plate. What this means for a 50-plus listener. Citrus and kiwi make the protein you already eat usable. Instruction block. Morning collagen boost. First, prepare your protein: yogurt, eggs, or a smoothie. Next, add vitamin C from fresh fruit, not just juice, which spikes sugar. Then, include a little healthy fat, nuts, seeds, or avocado, to help absorb the nutrients. Finally, breathe deeply before eating. Stress reduces vitamin C levels faster than poor diet alone. You'll start noticing subtler benefits: stronger nails, smoother walking rhythm, and quicker recovery after small tasks. Overlook this step, and even a protein-rich diet may feel like it does nothing. If you already enjoy citrus daily, write "yes" in the comments. It's one of the easiest upgrades with the biggest returns. The forgotten strength fruit. Prunes for muscle and bone. Quick practice. Eat 2 to 4 prunes daily with breakfast or as a snack. You'll know it's taking effect when stiffness in hips and lower back begins to ease. Why prunes matter now. Once known just for digestion, prunes carry boron, potassium, and phenolic compounds that reduce inflammation and help preserve both bone and muscle tissue. Studies from U.S. and European research centers link daily prunes to improved bone density and lower oxidative stress in postmenopausal women, but men benefit too, especially when protein intake is moderate. Large story. Geraldine, 73, from Kansas City, called her morning walk the shuffle. Her posture tilted forward, steps short. A friend handed her a small mason jar filled with prunes. "For your strength," she said. Geraldine doubted but tried. 3 prunes a day, water nearby, steady breakfasts. Weeks passed. She began noticing little things. Her grocery bag no longer cut into her arm. Her posture straightened mid-sentence. "It's silly," she said, "but I feel solid again." What this means for a 50-plus listener. A humble fruit can support the bridge between muscle and bone, restoring firmness from the inside out. Instruction block. Prune routine for strength. First, choose unsweetened or lightly dried prunes. Next, pair them with protein, cottage cheese, almonds, or a boiled egg. Then, drink water afterward to aid digestion. Finally, stay consistent for at least 3 weeks. Results accumulate slowly. Ignore this simple step, and declining bone and muscle together may quietly chip away at balance, often noticed only after the first stumble. Keep it, and stability returns quietly, like a light coming on. The pink powerhouse, watermelon for circulation and muscle recovery. Simple start. Enjoy a cup of fresh watermelon within 1 hour after physical activity or during a warm afternoon. You'll know it's working when post-walk stiffness fades faster and your legs feel less heavy at night. Why it matters after 60. Watermelon is one of nature's richest sources of L-citrulline, an amino acid that helps produce nitric oxide, the compound that opens blood vessels and improves circulation. For older adults, better circulation means stronger oxygen delivery to muscle tissue and faster removal of metabolic waste that causes soreness. Watermelon also provides hydration and magnesium, a quiet duo that keeps muscles supple instead of tight. A real-world turning point. Harriet, 74, from Tallahassee, used to call the drive home from her weekly dance class the ache ride. Her calves stiffened by the time she reached her driveway. One day her instructor, herself in her late 60s, shared a small trick, a bowl of watermelon cubes with a squeeze of lime after class. The first time, Harriet laughed at the simplicity. The third week, she noticed she could carry her dance bag up the porch steps without pausing. She described it as blood flow with gratitude. What this means for a 50-plus listener, steady circulation is the hidden foundation of strength. Instruction block, circulation boost ritual. First, cut fresh watermelon and keep it chilled. Prepped fruit prevents excuses. Next, eat it within 1 hour after light exercise or household chores. Then, pair it with a handful of nuts or a spoon of yogurt for balance. Finally, notice your body within 30 minutes. The warmth, the calm pulse. That's nitric oxide at work. Hydration plus circulation equals recovery. Ignore hydration, and even perfect nutrition can't rebuild tired muscle. Quick reflection. What's your favorite summer fruit that helps you feel refreshed? Write one word below: melon, berry, or citrus. Each reply helps another person rediscover the taste of recovery. The power of pairing. How fruits unlock protein efficiency. Here's a quiet truth. After 60, muscle loss often continues not because of too little protein, but because the body stops using it effectively. This is called anabolic resistance. Vitamin C, potassium, and certain fruit polyphenol help restore that responsiveness, making every gram of protein count. Think of your meals as a partnership. Protein builds, fruit activates. Blueberries tell the body to repair micro-tears. Kiwi and citrus stabilize collagen. Bananas and watermelon refuel glycogen and blood flow. Prunes protect bone, and cherries orchestrate nighttime recovery. Together, they form a 6-part cycle of restoration. Colorful, gentle, and scientifically grounded. Micro-story of transformation. Paul, 68, from Denver, didn't notice how slowly he'd grown weaker until his grandson asked him to throw a baseball, and the ball fell short. Instead of joining a gym, he began what he called fruit strength. Half a banana and protein in the morning, kiwi with lunch, watermelon after yard work, cherry juice at night. 2 months later, he could toss that same ball straight into his grandson's glove. "I'm not young again," he said. "I'm capable again." What this means for a 50-plus listener. When fruit meets protein at the right times, the muscle clock turns backward, slowly but surely. Small daily check. If your legs feel steadier when you rise from a chair, your balance is lasting longer between rests, or your mood brightens after meals, that's progress. Have you noticed a single fruit that truly helps your recovery? Share its name below. You might gift someone their missing link. Reclaiming strength, one bite at a time. Picture tomorrow morning. Your kitchen window open, sunlight spilling over a plate of color, blueberries deep as twilight, kiwi glowing green, a few prunes glistening like amber stones. It's more than food. It's your quiet declaration: I still build. After 60, rebuilding muscle isn't about conquering time. It's about partnership with it. Every fruit in this story lends something your body once made in abundance: antioxidants, potassium, hydration, enzymes, or nitric oxide. Together, they form a slow, reliable rhythm of repair. You don't need fancy powders or strict plans, just small, consistent color at every meal. Because when your legs grow stronger, balance steadier, and sleep calmer, independence follows naturally. That's what reversing sarcopenia really means, reclaiming the right to move freely, to open doors, to laugh without pain. If today's message resonated with you, share one word below: strong. Let's make it a badge for everyone fighting quiet battles against muscle loss. Thank you for watching and being part of Senior Wisdom and Wellness, a space where knowledge meets kindness, and every day offers another chance to grow stronger. Remember to subscribe, share this video, and tell us, which of these 6 fruits will you try first?